Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Bro, what's going on, man?
Yeah, you good?
I'm cool, man. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, man. Like weather's good in London. Everything's good. Everything's going well. You know, this is it's
Yeah,
it's unusual for London to have good weather.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm good, bro. How have you been?
Oh man, I can't complain, man. Taking everything one day at a time, bro. You know how it is, man. Finally
How's
got some
lockdown in
decent weather in
America?
Jersey too.
How's lockdown in
Um,
America?
it's it,
No words. That's got no words.
you know what I'm saying, man? Like it's not the easiest thing, but making adjustments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
What's your take
saying?
on like Trump's way of dealing it? What's your take on that?
Bruh, like honestly, man, I'm not a huge fan of number 45.
Yeah.
I don't like calling him Trump. I call him 45. Um, now I mean, like I feel like things could have been like handled way better. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I feel like there was opportunities to prevent a lot of the stuff that actually happened earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he had from research that I've done, I looked up that all this really came out like in 2019.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It was 2019, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, plenty of people in this corner told him exactly what to do.
Yeah.
He ain't paying attention. But now he wants to look like he's a hero. Sending out stimulus checks and all that with a little signature on the bottom. I'm like, bro, it's a blessing to have it. But on the same token, I'm like, all this could have been prevented, man. And who knows how many lives could have been saved.
That's the thing, like, because of America's a big country, like, there's so many
Yeah,
deaths at the moment. So, how's it in New
yeah.
Jersey? Is it big or is what's it like?
The Jersey got hit hard. Like we was one of the hardest hit states.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I lost friends from it. I know people who lost family members from it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I actually was sick in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know people. It could have been handled way differently. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Jersey got hit hard. New York got hit hard. Like pretty much the whole tri-state, bro.
Yeah, I heard
You know
that
what I'm
New York
saying?
was like one of the biggest like areas that was hit.
Yeah. Like
So is it
it's
getting better
tough.
or is it still getting worse or is it
Honestly, it's
maintaining?
slowly getting better, but I'm still terrified about the second wave that might come once we really let everything
Yeah.
open. Because I'm seeing
Yeah.
other parts of the country they let open and more cases came out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, even China had to go back on lockdown.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
it,
So
it, it's difficult because in the UK they're trying to lift the lockdown in the next month at least, and
okay,
I can't see it happening because you've got summer, July, August, September. When we get into
yeah,
September, it's going to be the flu season, so
yeah,
everyone's just going to get it either way. So I don't know.
yeah, man. It's a tough and delicate situation. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just gotta,
Definitely.
gotta stay prayed up, stay safe, and be mindful. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. So with your DJing side of things, how did DJing start for you?
DJing started for me, honestly. I went to Hampton University, so
Yeah.
used to have dorm parties back in Hampton. Shout out to all the HBCUs. Um, I pretty much I love music before I went to college, but during college, like I was the one making mixtapes. I'm the one, doing little dorm parties in there. Then once I came back home, I started doing parties in my basement.
Hmm.
And then it got to the point where I'm having 50 people in my basement partying. I mean, parents doing security. you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And then pretty much work my way.
Sarah's mom's doing the security.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Work my way up. And I mean, until I started doing local bars in my area, and then my mentor DJ Evil D took me
Mm.
underneath his wing, and it pretty much gained recognition around the colleges around the Jersey area. started working my way into New York. Then once I got into my foot in the door in New York, pretty much everything just pretty much took off because it's not really many New Jersey DJs having residencies in New York at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was extremely like
How
rare.
difficult is it to get into the New York scene?
Very. You got to know the right people. You got to know the right promoters. You got to know the right, owners. So like, it's a lot of networking that's involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's extremely, extremely hard to get into New York City. I mean, that's to me. I feel
Is
like
that just New York, or is that a lot of states and a lot of cities in the US?
I mean, I feel like New York, DJ in New York, it's like being a pitcher in Yankee Stadium, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know like LA got their thing, Atlanta got their thing, but to me, like New York is like the epitome, especially when it comes to this music thing.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when it comes to the hip hop and everything else.
In America, like radio's quite a big thing.
Yeah.
So is it easier if you're on a radio station to get into like cities like New York and get the gigs there, or does it not matter about that?
It really depends. I mean, I know New York radio DJs that don't get bookings like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's some DJs that not even on radio get more bookings than a radio DJ. So it really depends on who you are and pretty much like your reputation and how, good you really are. You know what I'm saying? Because I opened up for just about everybody on radio when I first started. I opened up for like the DJ Clue, opened up for DJ Camilo, opened up for DJ Self, who's also, one of the founding members of the Union DJs. I opened up for Alex Sensation, who's the biggest Latin DJ in the world, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I opened up for like a lot of people. I had, I was opening DJs for DJs on the radio. But at the end of the day, when it comes to DJing the clubs, it's pretty much who you know and
then what you know.
And politics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of politics involved.
How do you kind of find it with DJ rivalry? Is it quite big rivalry between DJs, or are DJs kind of like a community and they kind of allow people to get on their set and stuff like that?
Honestly, it was more back then. I said like in the mid to late 2000s.
Yeah.
I would say the rivalry was actually like larger than life. It almost like it was like gangs almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and actually, I got caught in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But nowadays it's a little bit more. I feel like nowadays is more unification amongst the DJs. The community got much stronger, much larger. Yeah. But back then it used to be battles. I mean, like certain DJs hold grudges now, but it wasn't like it was, back in the day, bro.
Yeah. With the type of genres of music, is it quite diverse in New York, or is it mainly hip hop, or is it drill? What is it?
Honestly, to me, I feel like New York is extremely diverse, but when it comes to like the hip hop and urban community, it's very hard for those parties to last long.
Yeah.
When it comes to like top 40 mainstream Latin parties, those are the parties that to me usually have more longevity. When it comes to the urban scene, I mean, you got different parties and different weeklies that have good runs here and there, but it's not like it used to be anymore. Like the club scene has really died down, like pre-corona, you know what I'm saying? Like it died down a whole lot. Like the urban scene died down, and you actually see go from like nightclubs to more like, okay, nightclub is dying down, but the strip club game is popping. But then you got a lot of DJs who's like, I'm not really a strip club DJ. You know what I'm saying? So you got different genres, different, segments and all that. Like it's extremely different. And to me, I feel like the US is, just starting to get to the drill music right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we had like Chief Keef and Lil Durk and all that. In the last, I would say maybe like 5 years. I would say 3 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? But drill music doesn't work as much to me in the club game. Now, I mean, like when it comes to like American music, especially in New York, like we're more like commercial hip hop, reggae, R&B.
So what's your song that you'll throw down to get the ladies going? Let's say it's 12 o'clock. What's the song you're
I mean,
throwing down?
honestly, it really depends, cause it really depends. Like throwbacks still ring off to today.
Yeah.
Like I can still play throwbacks from the '90s and
Mm.
'80s. You know what I'm saying? And still rock out. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like prime time New York time for a club would be, I would say, about like between 1 and like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the
See,
morning.
that's the difference. So in London, the clubs are open from 10 to 3. So the prime time's 12 o'clock, 12 to 1.
Got you. See,
So
like so it varies because in Jersey,
yeah,
Jersey goes from 9 to 2 a.m. in some
yeah.
spots. Some spots it go 10 and 3 as well. But for some reason, even though we know that the club closed early, people still show up late at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
That's us. I don't know what it is.
Was it black timing? Well,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That CP time be extra. You know what I'm saying? Extra. But like when it comes to New York, you know, I mean, they shut down 4 or 5 in the morning, depending on where you at.
Yeah.
So by the time people get into the clubs, it's like 1, 2, 3 in the morning.
Do you like that sort of
So,
lifestyle, like where the clubs only get packed at like 1, 2 o'clock?
yeah. So like the opening DJ, like you're playing throwbacks majority of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So pretty much like from 10 to like 1 o'clock is majority throwbacks. You know what I'm saying? So usually you just playing 80s, 90s, 2000s, R&B, hip hop. Make sure the crowd's engaged and trying to make sure you don't step on the toes of the main DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because usually he comes in, he does all the, you know, boom, the mainstream turn up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's different. Like in London, do y'all listen to R&B like that?
Yeah. We like R&B. We're more hip hop.
Okay.
And obviously the UK drill scene is a massive thing for us. So like you've
Yeah,
got
that's it.
like obviously in New York, like Pop Smoke was someone who we kind of looked to as well, because
Yeah,
he looked at a lot of the UK producers to
yeah,
style those beats and everything. So that's the type we're kind of in, but we
yeah,
still listen to like Travis, Lil Durk, like all of these people.
yeah.
So it's
Okay.
nothing different there. It's just I know in America there's like in different states there's different cultures, different genres of music. Like in the UK, it's not really like that. Everyone kind of has the same genre.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay.
I mean, probably further north you go, it'll be more commercial than in London. Like in London, it's quite just very urban.
Okay. That's what's up though.
Yeah,
Yeah, like shout out to my bro Mr. Play, also a member of the Union DJs as well, man. Like I've been,
yeah. Mr. Play helped me with this
sometimes,
one as well.
yeah, man. Sometimes, we chop it up, trying to go over different,
Yeah,
music and different things. You know what I'm saying? And like it's dope. Like I'm just getting like more hip now to the UK drill scene. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it's fire to me. Like I like it. You know what I'm saying? Now definitely I'm one of those DJs that like to experiment and try different things in the clubs because you don't want to stay in that box. You want to play a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
So
Do you think
like
it's hard for DJs from New York or New Jersey or from the East Coast to go to the West Coast?
definitely, I would say definitely. For matter of fact, like one, you definitely got to know somebody over there, and two, like their music scene is totally different from our music scene. Like
Yeah,
crazy. Like a lot of records that we play here might not fly in New York. I mean, not might fly in LA, or whether you go to like Texas or any other,
mm.
predominant city in America. You know what I'm saying? Like the club scenes
Yeah.
be totally, totally, totally different. But every good DJ does his research before you go anyway. So if you could get in there and you impress them, you good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was able to do different states here and there, and I make sure like whatever I do my research.
What states have you done?
Did Atlanta, Maryland, PA. I do PA. I don't really count PA as much because PA is not. It's like about 2 hours away.
Yeah.
But I do PA a lot. But I definitely want to work my way into the West
I
Coast.
heard Atlanta scene is killing it as well.
Oh, definitely. Atlanta's popping.
Yeah.
Atlanta's definitely popping, man. Like if you could get into Atlanta or just feel the experience, like it's a lot of love, especially like if you kill your set, wild love. Definitely wild love in Atlanta.
Is there any kind of goals for you? What's the next kind of steps for you after the whole lockdown's done? Where do you want to see yourself be? What do you want to do?
I mean, God willing, I want to continue to do more radio. That's one of my biggest things. I also want to do touring, because I had a couple opportunities thrown my way. Just that this, pandemic kind of slowed a lot of things down.
Yeah.
So like, God willing, able to do some tour dates. And I actually want to also open up my own lounge and restaurant. That's one of my other goals as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This way I can help, I want to give back to the community, but give back to upcoming DJs. Like, the older DJs came and, gave back to me. You know what I'm saying? So, but definitely. And plus, it's not too many, Black entrepreneurs out there like that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to start investing into that black dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So
we gotta over here, like us DJs were having this discussion that black DJs don't get the same response as when a white DJ plays dancehall, like Bashment, all of these songs, right? Is that the same over there?
When it comes to like to black and white DJs, to me it's totally it's an even playing field, because if you're nice, you're nice.
Yeah.
So it's not really favoritism. Only time you really see favoritism in the clubs is honestly depending on the owner. Because it depends. You know what I mean? Because I worked in clubs where I could play the same set as a white DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do EDM, I could do mainstream, I could do top 40. You know what I'm saying? But he might go with the white DJ because he don't want to attract that black crowd. So like I said, it depends on that owner. Now, the owner about that money, if you nice, you nice, I'm pay you regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I had residencies in clubs in Jersey where the owner, you know what I'm saying, showed that he was racist, and I had to step away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it really depends. Honestly, if you're nice, you're nice. But, like I said, also depends on the genre, also depends on the owner and where you at.
What's your take on 6ix9ine at the moment? Obviously, he came out, he's done, he's done a bit of a madness.
Yeah,
what's your take? What's your take on him? Do you think he's the king of drill of New York?
Honestly, he to me, just a troll. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing any 6ix9ine records in the clubs. That's just me. Everybody got their own opinion. I'm just not doing it. I can't condone it. I just can't. That's I'm real short and sweet to it, man. I just can't condone it.
So who do you think's kind of repping New York for the drill scene?
Furial Foreign, Lil TJ is popping. Like those two, like right now, like they lit. You know what I'm saying? They really holding New York down on the drill scene tip. You know what I mean? But to me, if I'm talking about like overall, like who's the hottest, I would say out of the younger audience of New York artists, A Boogie with the hoodie.
Yeah,
to me, like A Boogie to me is like number one right now. Like he's hot. Now I mean, I had
it's funny to see.
I had the pleasure to open up for A Boogie with Felly Fame. Shout out to Felly Fame in Connecticut, and his audience is super mixed, super diverse, super like it was experience. And to me, like that was one of my biggest crowds ever DJ in front of. It was about a little over 4,000 people. Shout out to DJ Jules, that's all I'm tuning into. He was at the Toyota Center in Connecticut, and A Boogie's catalog is amazing. His work ethic is amazing, and like right now to me, he's the one holding it down New York, in my eyes.
So someone said that they playing R. Kelly. No, everyone kind of shut that off. Everyone like, I don't know if in America it hit it quicker that no DJ was going to play R. Kelly, but in the UK. There are some DJs.
It's a touchy subject, man. It's a touchy subject, bro. Like it is, because end of the day, like you don't condone what the man does. Like that's
his music is still great.
But his catalog is so crazy. It's very hard to separate the person from the talent. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you listen to his records, you're like, okay, well, this geared towards a young girl or an older girl. You know what I'm saying? Like you hearing Your Body's Calling, I'm like, okay, who is he talking to? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How did Americans kind of take that? Like, was everyone kind of off of him, or were people still
Oh,
like, no, I
definitely,
like his songs?
definitely, definitely. It's been so many times that I thought if I do like a R&B set, it's like if I throw on just the beginning of Bump and Grind, you know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah,
like, nah, B, nah, no, not even that, not
you
even
gotta
that.
lock it
It's
off.
over.
You gotta lock it off.
It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
want to get booed, man. So like honestly, like it's very hard to separate, the person from the talent. But to me, I'm like, it's a lot of people out here who did, if not worse, something equivalent, but yet they still got supported. So it's like
Mm.
it's a very touchy subject.
Everyone forgets what, looking at Dre. Everyone's forgetting what they did back in the day, but they still made it.
Yeah.
Like
Nah,
Dre,
that's a
Ice
fact.
Cube, all of them lot. Like they all still did the same kind of sort of stuff. So it's not like they were. It's not like they were different. It's just R. Kelly was more prevalent. I don't know, but
I
that's
mean,
another discussion. That's
yeah. I mean, to me, like, I feel like what Dre them did, like, I get it. I mean, R. Kelly, that was some whole other shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that shit. I wouldn't touch. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But like, it's very hard. You know what I mean? Like, not listen to at least an R. Kelly song by yourself. You're like thinking, like, damn,
Yeah.
Robert, you fucked up.
You can kind of hear it like after you knew what he's done, you can kind of see in all of his songs that it just
Yeah.
relates. Everything just relates.
It does, right? It kind of like you
Yeah.
picture it in your head. You like,
I know who he was
no,
with at this point.
no. I mean, but honestly, yo, like a lot of shit like that takes place in the industry. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people who probably did the same exact shit, just
Yeah.
never got caught.
Mm.
But yeah, we probably still supporting them and not even knowing it.
But do you think it's unfair because he's black?
Not even. I don't care if
You
you
know?
white, black, pink, purple, yellow. You did the same shit he did. You get the same treatment.
Okay.
Fucked up is fucked up.
Yeah, true. True. How in
Yeah,
like the East Coast, is it quite a dancehall scene, reggae scene as well,
oh,
or
heavy, man. Heavy. Dancehall is huge, especially out
yeah,
in like New York, Brooklyn, in Jersey. I would say Patterson, New Jersey. They do a lot of reggae. Newark, New
yeah,
Jersey does a lot of reggae. Shout out to Duke. Duke, I see you, Duke. Like the dancehall scene is heavy, bro. Extremely heavy out here. I don't know how it is in any other states, on the West Coast.
yeah.
Down south it's like a little bit, but mainly northeast is where majority of the reggae scene is at.
Mm. Is there a city you want to DJ in after quarantine? What's like your preferred kind of state or city?
Well, in America, I would say Atlanta. Like
Atlanta,
I just
okay.
like Atlanta, man. I like Atlanta, man. Atlanta,
Yeah.
like their club
So
scenes is different
what
out
about
there,
Miami?
man. Miami's cool. Miami's cool. Now, I mean, I've been to Miami. I haven't DJed in
Yeah.
Miami, but I've been to Miami. Miami's dope. Know what I mean? Like I said, any day, like I take any opportunity thrown at me.
Yeah, of course.
But me, I always enjoy going to the A. Always, the A was always special.
Mm. So what's been like the biggest gig for you that you've done?
Uh, I would say some
Like
of the biggest gigs I've
it
done.
doesn't even need to be crowd wise. It could just be like your set was on point as well.
Honestly, my favorite set it's at this spot in Hoboken, New Jersey. It was called the Hub in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And this before it shut down, and because some crazy things happened over there, but I'm not gonna get into that. I'll probably tell you off interview about the Hub. But anybody that know about the Hub that's in this room knows about the Hub. Crazy part about it is like it was actual nightclub, predominantly white. Predominantly white. Hoboken, New Jersey, predominantly white. You got sprinkle of us in there, sprinkle of Asian in there, sprinkle of black in there. But it was pretty much my first night there. Super packed club, like wall to wall, slammed. And to me, I feel like it was the best set that I ever did because a lot of promoters that was white and Spanish.
Yeah.
Never really they know of me, but they always thought that I would play just hip hop. But then I went to Spanish. I went to EDM. I went to Top 40. Came back, played some hip hop, went right back into the EDM. They like, okay, he's super diverse, transitions on point, cut skills, killing it. And then after that, they was bringing back more dates. Then they got shut down over some dumb shit. But to me, like, that was my favorite joint because I felt like I had to prove a point in there. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope.
Have you DJ'd outside of the US? If so, where? And if not, where would you like to go?
Haven't DJ outside the US just yet. That was one of the things that was working on pre-corona. But one city that I would definitely love to DJ in is Japan. Definitely Japan. Always want to DJ Japan
I heard
for
that
a
hip
long
hop
time.
scene's big. I heard that hip hop scene in Tokyo is big.
Yeah, it definitely is. The hip hop scene is huge. The reggae scene is pretty big out there too. Yeah. Japan would definitely be one of my favorite things because one, I love the culture. I love sushi. I mean, in Japan, like, they really embrace the hip hop community. They really embrace the dancehall community. More than, than a lot of other countries out there. You know what I'm saying? So always want to go to Japan. I mean, just to have the full experience.
Have you got, in New York, so you've got Carnival and stuff like that and those kind of festivals. Do you think the government will try to stop that from happening after Corona because Corona's happened, or do you think it's going to come back?
Honestly, that's a tough question.
Because here in the UK, Carnival's shut. And I don't know, because like obviously the government in the UK, they hate Carnival. Like, they hate it. It's like the one day, like the weekend of the year that they just hate. So I don't know if they're gonna keep that shut because of Corona reason, or they might reopen it. But
I kind of feel like it's gonna be like the same thing over here. Like, I don't think they hate when they do Carnival or Juve or any of those parades, but it'd be a whole lot of people. So it's like, how does one, keep everything safe, social distancing wise, in a large crowd? So I think once they actually figure out how to do that, they probably look into reopening doing it. But as of right now, the way everything's working, especially in this area, I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Will Coachella ever happen again?
I think Coachella probably will. I don't see why not. I just don't see it happening in 2020. I think a lot of festivals is done for 2020. Matter of fact, J. Cole just canceled the Dreamville Festival. That got canceled.
It's been a lot, like Rolling Loud's being canceled. Like, everything's being canceled.
Like, I don't see any festivals going down this year. Maybe next year once you get like a little idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
But right now, I really don't see any large, crowded, events happening anytime soon.
Definitely. Like, with DJing in other states, as you said, you have to do your research. But what is what is different about these states? Like, is it what genre do they listen to?
Yeah, usually just the genre of music, the type of hip hop. Like, what we listen to in the East Coast is totally different what they listen to in the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like certain artists they may not like, just like certain artists we may not like. So you don't want to be that DJ to go in there and do your set, think you're about to kill it, but not be, fully prepared. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, we don't really listen to a lot of the West Coast. I mean, because right now, honestly, besides the mainstream, I can't really even name 5 other West Coast artists. You know what I'm saying? But I can name you a whole bunch of, unsigned, New York artists or New Jersey artists.
Do you think that's because obviously you live in that side of the...
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, plus you live on the side. Predominantly a lot of the radio, the majority play pretty much New York.
Yeah.
Tri-state area, down south. You get Midwest here and there, but mostly like the East Coast and the South are the ones that's getting the more publicity. I mean, you get a sprinkle of, in the West Coast here and there, but it's nothing as relevant as it is in the East Coast. Like, I kind of feel like a lot of people like just got on Nipsey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the first time I met Nipsey, was like in 2000, I think 11. First time I met Nip,
Yeah.
and that's when I was DJing at this spot called Home in New
Hmm.
York City. He was actually out there passing out CDs, and Nip wasn't the Nip that we all know now. He was Nip, not too many people knew him in New York.
Yeah.
Just so happens that he continued to grind, and finally blew up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Oh, so it's really different because I guarantee you, like you going to LA, and I tell you like, who was Lil TJ? They're like, I don't know who that is. You know what I'm saying? Or
So
you say who?
why is there a divide then? Like, why is there a divide between the different people, the different
Honestly,
artists, and
it could be it could be just people's taste, man.
yeah?
I mean, everybody's taste in music is different. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think
Like,
it's because West Coast think they rule America, or do you think East Coast rule America? Like, what is it? Do you think it's that as well?
I mean, to me, I kind of I don't see I see the East Coast being more relevant in the music game than the West Coast.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know what the scene is in the West Coast. Could be something over there. But as far as
Mm.
I know, the East Coast and the South takes over a majority of the areas around here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you sprinkle in everything else.
So you look at like Fivio Foreign and like all of these other artists coming up. Do you think they got a shelf life? Because as you said,
Um,
old school is always going to be played in a club, right?
yeah.
And to an extent, Big Drip in London only gets played. Like it will get played, but it's gonna die out in the next 6 months, right? And like all of his
I
new
mean, yeah.
tunes. Do
Yes,
you think?
everything got a shelf life.
But like, do you think newer artists, their songs have a shelf life? Because if you look at the old school artists, you look at Ja Rule, you look at all these other artists, their
Hmm.
songs are still being played from what 20 years ago, 10 years
Oh
ago.
no, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, honestly, it really depends because, like I said, this new era, like all of the younger audiences, that's probably their bag. So 10
Yeah.
years from now, you know what I'm saying, where they're older, they in the clubs, and a young DJ or another DJ throws that on, they might catch like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like you really
Mm.
never know. You know what I mean? Because to me, like I feel like there's gonna be a lot of Pop Smoke records that get played 10 years from now, and you still will get that same feeling like Pop was here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I
How did
said,
you think about Pop Smoke? Did you think
yo, Pop,
he probably
Pop was
killed it?
refreshing to me. Pop Smoke was refreshing to me. Like Pop had that 50 Cent feel when 50 first came out.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. You know what I mean? When 50 came out, it was refreshing. It was hip hop. It was New York. It was gritty. Like when you hear about Pop Smoke, like that's how I felt. I felt the same way about Pop Smoke, the same way that I was fucking with 50 Cent. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And Pop was dope, and Pop barely scratched the surface, but yet he made an impact in the game.
You know what? It's crazy. What I was saying is that he dropped "Welcome to the Party" in March last year, and
Yeah,
in London he blew up. In UK he blew up in August. So it only took 4 or 5 months to get there
yeah,
for him
definitely,
to get there, which is
definitely.
yeah,
Like I'm
it's
looking
massive.
forward. Like I know his album still supposed to debut. I believe
Yeah, yeah,
next
yeah,
month, from what I heard. Like he had some bangers. Like you could do a ill Pop Smoke set with just him.
mm,
You know what I mean? And it's not too many artists like that these days. It's
yeah.
very, very hard. And like I said, like God bless his soul. Like it's very, very, very hard
Do you think
for
his death is the same like Nipsey's?
um I don't know. I can't say much. I can't say the same. I mean, either way, death is hard regardless.
Yeah.
They both were very talented individuals. I feel like Nipsey did so much for his community, like that it went unnoticed on the East Coast and everywhere else. The
Mm,
West Coast knew about it. Now, I
yeah.
mean, you go to LA, you go to Crenshaw, like they knew about that. But when it comes to the East Coast, it's like not too many people, unless you're really up on it. You knew
Yeah.
what the man did, but yeah, to me, both of their passings definitely hit the game. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
Pop
think
Smoke
you
was
know what
too young.
Actually, Pop. I can't even tell which one was worse because like Nipsey one hit me, but Pop Smoke like literally. I remember I was in a taxi listening to his tunes, and like we just bought tickets for Wireless. So it's like Rolling Loud Fest.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the biggest hip hop urban festivals in UK. And
Hmm.
bought tickets for that. He was on the lineup. The only reason why I bought tickets for the Friday was because he was on the lineup. Because I've seen all
Yeah.
the other artists, so I was like, I want to go see Pop. Literally, as soon as I buy the ticket, it comes out that he died, and I was like, I don't
Yeah.
even know how to take that. I think Nipsey's one hurt more though. I think.
To me, Nipsey hits it. Nipsey really definitely hit hard. Like I said, Possible was young, promising.
Yeah,
Skies was a limit for him, but Nip, he already had a legendary impact on the West Coast,
yeah.
and it was just like he was a genuinely good dude. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like I said, when I first met him back like 2010, 2011, I'm like, he was real casual.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real casual, real nice, real friendly. You know what I mean? Said, check out my CD. You know what I'm saying? And had chopped up for a bit. You know what I mean? Like he was a genuine dude when I met him for the first time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So it's like to hear the way that he went out. I'm like, that it hit hard.
Mm. Is that because also because you knew him like on a not personal, but you met him, you know?
Not only that, but it's like, yo, the man had kids. The man he was
Yeah, yeah,
positive
yeah,
influence on the community. Like he did a lot for the community that a lot of people, like I said, didn't really take notice to until his demise.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
So
that's why
going
like
with
a
the
lot of people just got to give them their flowers while they're here.
mm, so going with the artist, would you want to be an artist tour DJ, or would you want to be a resident DJ at a club and the artist comes down and you do a set for them?
Honestly, right now, if I could be in my Khaled, definitely love to be in my Khaled. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you definitely don't want to never put yourself in a box.
Yeah.
You definitely want to do everything. That's why, like most flyers that I do, I just put Pinnacle. I don't even put DJ in front of it anymore.
Hmm.
Like my logo just says Pinnacle, because I want to be like more than just a DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own company that I run. I just want to do every single avenue I could possibly do in this game. This way I can try to make an impact. And once I make the impact, I can uplift whoever I can uplift
Yeah.
from with me. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
the next kind of steps for you after quarantine? Like, what's the first thing you're looking to do when you come back?
Um, whew, the first thing I'm looking to do right now is probably just do research for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I like to run my own events.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I like to run my own parties. So right now I'll probably just be doing a lot of research to see what's the protocols and stuff. Like I said, my area was hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
So if everything is up and running, I guess, quote unquote, normally, then I will love to do one party, like this one huge party to celebrate life. You know what I mean? Celebrate the life that those that are still here, to celebrate the life of the ones that we lost. You know what I'm saying? Just something
Yeah.
real
Yeah. Yeah.
upliftment. You know what I'm
That'll be
saying?
there. That'll be
That's
a
right.
good event.
Yeah. So that would be like, if that's possible, that'd be one of the first big things I would do. Out once we actually opened up and actually maneuver around.
With social media, is following on social media a big thing, or that promoters and managers of clubs look to, or is it more about your skill and who you know?
Both. It's all pretty much with that. It's like all the above. Honestly, if you have a following, they want to make sure you have a following. They also want to make sure that you're nice at what you do, at your
Yeah.
craft. I also have to say, like, you could still have a large following, not be as nice, but yet you probably still get that booking because you could bring money to the table. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like it really depends. You know what I'm saying? It could be political, or it could be like an actual owner, like, you know what, yo, I'm gonna take you in. You're gonna be my guy. You're gonna be my number one DJ,
Yeah.
and I'ma just rock with you. You know what I mean? To me, that's very rare, because 9 times out of 10, most club owners, most promoters, all they think about is the dollar bill.
Yeah.
But with being under quarantine and seeing how large the DJ community like came together, there's more life now that DJs could do a lot of things without a club owner, without a promoter. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like pretty much we could cut that middleman out and just be our own entity.
Definitely.
So
You
So
gotta
like
work
I
on your
said,
brand.
no, definitely, definitely.
So how do you promote yourself? Yeah. So how are you kind of utilizing social media and other things?
Yeah, like I said, I use all my social media platforms to the best of my abilities.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say with the quarantine, do my IG, Instagram live mixes, my Facebook mixes. Also for all DJs out there, any DJs tuned in, use Twitch. Twitch,
A lot of DJs in the
predominantly people
UK are
know that.
using Twitch now.
Yeah, like a lot of the people think Twitch is for like video gamers. It's also geared towards musicians and DJs as well because their music licensing is better.
Yeah.
So like using platforms like that, I definitely gained a lot of more followers than I did before previously. Like I saw my followers skyrocket.
Yeah.
So that really helped me out. I just relaunched my website, djpinnacle.com. So anybody want to take a visit, go there, djpinnacle.com. But predominantly social media have been the one that's helped me promote the most. All the flyers you see on my page, I make myself.
Yeah.
So I'm my own graphic designer as well. That's pretty much right now the best ways I promote myself.
So with this in the UK, a lot of DJs are using Facebook Lives. Is that a big thing in the US as well?
Yes, it is. Same here. Same here. Honestly, I find myself using Facebook Live more than
Yeah.
Instagram. Even though they
Instagram is
both,
just every time I
you
DJ,
know,
it just cuts off.
yeah, yeah. Like even though it's the same ownership, the same, you know what I'm saying? They together.
Yeah.
Facebook Live, I could go on for hours, and I
Mm-hmm.
may have maybe one incident here and there. But yeah, Facebook Live to me is way better than Instagram Live. Just that majority of people's followings are on Instagram.
Yeah. But do you think like a lot of DJs in the UK are saying that Facebook is quite personal and then Instagram is just like whoever, because whoever can join. But Facebook is like who your kind of family, friends, closer
Yeah,
people in your circle.
definitely. Like I know for myself, I passed the five. I hit the 5,000 mark on my Facebook, so I can't even add nobody else anymore.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
but to me, like I feel like you get more support on your Facebook because people could share that live easier than sharing that live on Instagram. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I think Instagram is more like, for show. You know what I'm saying? Show purposes. Like you still get your family and friends following you. Yeah, that's cool. But to me, like I feel like Facebook gets more personal, so people will
Yeah.
vibe with you more on Facebook than
Mm-hmm.
Instagram Live.
That's a good point. That's a good point because I'm kind of like the problem is I don't really use Facebook, so like I need to build up a following on that to do a live
Yeah.
there because otherwise then I'm gonna have like 2 people watching.
Now I feel you,
And like
but that's what it's all
I don't
about.
mind about numbers. Numbers ain't a thing, but
Yeah,
it's just like I don't really want one person watching it.
yeah. No, I feel you, but I mean that's what it's about, man. You just gotta see. It kind of tells you who's really your core followers and
Yeah.
who just looking at you either to keep an eye on you or to see if you're down for it. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel Instagram is. People use Instagram just to see what the hell you're trying to do. Facebook is more,
Yeah.
personal. You know what I'm saying? So like your core followers will follow you to Facebook or Twitch or any other
Yeah.
social media platform. Because right now it's like more social media platforms for DJs being built now off this, quarantine. So yeah, like to me, I feel like I enjoy doing my mixes on Instagram Live. Matter of fact, I'm doing a mix on Instagram Live today at 8 o'clock my time.
Okay.
I'm actually doing an EDM set.
I'll probably be asleep. If I'm not, I'll join. If I'm not, I'll join.
But like I just like Facebook Live better than Instagram Live.
Yeah. So in the UK, I mean, I don't know. I think US radio is quite big,
Yeah,
compared
definitely,
to UK radio.
definitely.
So do you think it's gonna die out, or do you think it will never die out?
I don't think radio will die out because it's so many different avenues. Like for
Yeah.
me, I DJ on Sirius XM. I did Shady 4-5 and I did Sirius XM Fly. And to me, like that's more nationwide compared to DJing like on a Hot 97 or Power 51. Even though like Power 51 has iHeartRadio, not everybody tunes in. But Sirius XM, that platform is humongous because you're getting every genre, every topic, everything from talk radio, talk sports. You got hip hop channel, you got country channel, you got a reggae channel, you got a pop channel. Like, there's so many different channels out there. So it's like Sirius XM to me is the largest radio and has over about 60 million subscribers. People actually pay the good hard money just to get it. So that's 60 million paying subscribers. So so things like that, I don't really see radio dying out anytime soon. Because the demand is still high. People still want quality music. Like having, Apple Music, cool, Spotify, Tidal, that's all cool, but it's nothing like having a live DJ. It's not like having live interviews like we're doing right now.
You know what? It's weird because in the US, actually, more people listen to radio than over here. More people over here listen on Spotify or Apple Music. I personally think, I don't know, maybe people still do, like, I know people use Apple Music and Spotify, blah, 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 in the US, but I think more people listen to radio. Because because obviously the US, you got a lot, like, when you're driving, it's a lot of driving you're doing to get to places. So I think a lot of people just tune into the radio. When over here, more people just go on Spotify.
Yeah. Like I said, to me, the demand of radio still is high in the States, and like I would say North America, period. Because I know Sirius XM also big in Canada. But like I said, I don't see it dying out anytime soon around here. Because end of the day, the music industry needs radio regardless. I mean, artists gotta do interviews.
And it's not, and you don't need to play clean stuff as well, right?
Yeah, nope. Not at all. Sirius XM.
Yeah, like over here, you gotta play clean.
They got edited channels and they got unedited channels. Now, I mean, like Hip Hop Nation and Shady 405 is like they're they're edited, they're uncensored channels. But then you have Sirius XM, Heat, which is like their censored channels. You know what I mean? So if you got kids in the car with you, okay, I'm not gonna put it on Shady 405. I'm gonna put it on this channel right here. This way the kids in the car. But yeah, you home jamming by yourself, but you're in the car jamming, you can listen to whatever you want to listen to.
See, that's what I wish we had over here, but everything's censored here. So even on online radio, it's like they've got a time slot where after 7 o'clock, then you can start playing explicit things, explicit content, and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
So,
I never knew that.
And that's for online as well. That's not even just like for normal radio.
That's crazy.
That's online. Yeah.
That's crazy. So,
it's hard. It's hard to, but that's probably why radio is probably dying, in my opinion, in the UK, because people want to listen to the actual full version kind of thing.
Yeah, like I know for us, like FM channels and stuff like that, that's all FCC regulated. You know what I'm saying? Where you can't, have cursing and everything like that. But that's why I enjoy like Sirius XM, like. It's they play everything. You know what I'm saying? Like even their throwback channels, Sirius XM Fly, you get the uncensored version of all your throwback classics from the 90s and the 2000s. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's dope.
In the US, do they kind of mix up the genres on radio? Because I'll give you an example. Let's say Drake, right, will be played on Capital in the UK. Capital is like the main pop radio station, and it feeds like everywhere, all over the UK. Like. Do you think that like in the US, do they do that sort of thing where they kind of misconception kind of thing of genres? Because people then think Drake is pop and he's not pop. He's just commercial R&B hip hop. Yeah,
I mean, you do get that. Like you would get Drake played on a mainstream channel, but the reason why I feel like Drake gets played more mainstream because he's a large artist. You know what I'm saying? Like he still does, hip hop music / R&B music. You know what I mean? So technically, it's not really mainstream. But since he's at a level where he's at right now, he's a mainstream worldwide artist. So that's why they pull him in there. They do the same thing for like Travis Scott. They do the same thing for like Kanye West. They do the same thing for Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really like a mix-up. But like if you're a large name artist and you affect the mainstream culture, you're going to get played on those mainstream platforms.
What's your take on being in a DJ agency and being independent? Like, do you prefer being in an agency or?
Honestly, I see nothing wrong being underneath a DJ agency. Because end of the day, we all use help. You know what I'm saying? as DJs, because sometimes it be times where we may be too busy to go and negotiate our bookings. We have
Yeah.
somebody else that could do it for us. Or if things going real slow, hey, here's A, B, C, D, and E. I got that lineup for you. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like, if you can be the part of an agency, it's cool. But if you're still able to grind out independently, God bless you. Continue to do that as well. You know what I mean? It's no shame in either or. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I've been blessed to work with agencies. You know what I'm saying?
Is it easier to get noticed in the agency?
I'm on the contract on one now, just that with everything going on, really can't really do much. But to me, like it helped out. There's nothing wrong with extra boost.
Is it easier in the US to get more noticed? Like even in like, let's say New York or New Jersey, if you were in an agency than independent?
If you're in an agency or a DJ affiliation, honestly, it is. Because especially like if that DJ team or that agency that you're a part of has the connections to whereas an independent person may not have that, you have to use everything to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? With me being part of the union DJs, I'm able to be in rooms that the average DJ probably wouldn't be in unless they're known or they have a connection. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting in record labels' offices. I'm going to dinners. I'm going to different events. I'm being introduced to A, B, C, D, and E. You know what I'm saying? So like being a part of a DJ team or being a part of an agency, like to me, like it's a blessing and definitely an extra benefit to just being solo. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people who are solo, independent, that's able to make these moves. Like I said, if you could do that, God bless you. But it takes a village to help raise you up. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely need all the support and all the backing you possibly can. So it's like if you're blessed to be a part of a DJ agency that somebody actually books you, or being part of a DJ team like the union DJs, it's a blessing. And like I said, my career wouldn't be at where it's at right now if it wasn't for them.
Have you had any like problems with promoters or club managers? I know you mentioned before you had one, but like what's been like the worst? What's been the worst for you?
I can't name one DJ that has it. Like it's a lot of I know DJs in this room. Every DJ had an issue with a promoter or a club owner at some point, at some time in their DJ career. You know what I mean? Like I still got promoters who owe me money from months ago. I mean, I'm talking 2019.
The money situation is standard.
You know what I'm saying? So I had that situation. Sometimes it could be jealousy, it could be envy, it could be, you know what? I had to I had my main promoter who would book me places and or that would put me at his parties only, but yet all of a sudden I want the recognition now instead of the DJ get the recognition, which I'm like, all right, okay, cool. You're the promoter. That's cool. But on the same token, I'm like, it has to be like the promoter. If you have a DJ, you're supposed to work for your DJ. Because end of the day, it's the DJ that's going to make you look good, regardless. That DJ body that set, that DJ killed it. Such promoter, your party is lit, my guy. Like, know what I'm saying? And that's how everything starts building up. Know what I'm saying? But sometimes I feel like promoters loses that aspect because they want to get so much notoriety, so much attention. You know what I mean? But like I said, it really depends on who the DJ is and who the promoter is. You know what I mean? You got some promoter DJ tandems that work very well, like Scotty and Jordan. Then you got others that work like Shaq and Kobe. So, you know what I'm saying? It really depends.
What equipment do you use? Are you more controller, CDJs, vinyl?
I mean, I got my SRT. I love my SRT. It's right here. Also have an SX3, which is actually right here too. I have Techniques as well. Honestly, I love the controller is very easy for me to maneuver and do things. But when it comes to actual scratching, juggling, everything else, I prefer Techniques.
Yeah.
I mean, you still do the same thing on a controller, but it's not the same crispness in my house.
See, I want to learn in vinyl, so that's what I want to do. I want to learn to DJ on vinyl.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's like the proper Christmas. That's how music kind of started. It didn't start start
Oh
on
no,
like Apple Music.
oh no, definitely.
Yeah.
I actually have one of my biggest mentors is Grandmaster Flash.
Hmm.
I mean, he's the one that
Yeah.
started it all.
He
I mean, I
started
was actually
everything. Yeah.
fortunate. I was actually fortunate to get an autograph vinyl of one of his records, which is very
Okay.
rare.
Well. Okay.
Very rare. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
that's extremely rare. Like it's just the actual vinyl itself. I got autographed by Grandmaster
Yeah.
Flash himself. So
Wow.
like he's one of my biggest influences. Other influences of mine would be like Kid Capri, definitely a big DJ influence. Like he really taught you how to rock turntables, but also
Yeah.
speak on the mic as well, which is very huge in the East Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like New York, New Jersey, like one of the biggest things is like, yo, if I'm rock a party, I'm gonna rock you out with the tables, but yeah, I'm gonna talk my issue on the mic. You know what I'm saying? That's
Was
that's
it, is
that's
it that's because that's the culture? Like you had to be on the mic when you started. Like when you were growing
I,
up, people just on the mic.
honestly, I mean, to me, that just came to part. Like that's one of the biggest things because a lot of DJs in the early days had MCs speak on the mic for them,
Yeah.
but then you got other DJs who actually have the voice and able to pump up the crowd as well. You know what I'm saying? But you got some
Mm.
DJs that don't say one word, but that can smash out a whole party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it really depends on the DJ itself. You know what I'm saying? But to me, like I like engaging with the audience. I like engaging with whoever's in the club with me. You know what I'm saying? Because to me,
Yeah.
like it makes them feel like they're a part of the whole experience. At the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give them an experience, not just yo, I'm just here play some music.
Mm. It's yeah. You know what? It's good chatting to American DJs, man, because like you get to know two different sides of
Yeah,
the of
definitely,
different things, man. Like, and it's
definitely.
good because I wanna try connect more UK and US DJs together. That's
No,
the main
definitely.
thing.
That's dope. Yo, your platform, you're doing a great job, my brother. And
Thank
I
you,
just,
bro.
I
Really
definitely, I
appreciate
definitely
it.
appreciate you for having me and everything else, man. But
No,
yes,
anytime, man. Because like a lot of UK DJs want to know what it's like in other countries, especially US, because obviously we all look to be going to the US and doing gigs and blah blah blah.
that's it.
Because
Same here.
if I ask any UK DJ where they want to DJ, they're like Vegas, LA, Miami, like those three,
Definitely.
like you know.
Definitely. Vegas, yo, having a Vegas residency changes
Yeah.
lives. Like one of my boys, he actually from New Jersey moved to Las Vegas and never came back because he been doing
Wow.
so well in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So like a Vegas
Mm,
residency is dope. Now I mean Miami's fire, but like it's a lot of us American DJs who want to go to London, who want to go
yeah,
overseas and expand over there. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
definitely,
But bro, appreciate your time, man. I appreciate this. Like,
yo,
thank you so
yo,
much for
thank you,
doing
bro.
this.
Nah,
And
anytime,
appreciate
bro. I
everyone
appreciate
looking
you, man.
in. Yeah, we'll definitely
Yo,
talk over. We'll touch base after this, man. And like,
no,
hopefully, I
definitely,
can come
bro.
out to the US and start getting to know more people.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yo, let's do it, bro.
Yeah, man. Take care. Yeah.
Yo, God bless you, bro.
Ho- yeah. God bless.
Peace.
See you.